Hello there, and welcome back to the Endless Kingdom. I'm your anonymous host, and today on a not-so-critical review, we're going to be looking into the first season of one of Netflix's original cartoon programs, The Dragon Prince. The Dragon Prince is an adventure fantasy 3D cartoon set around the mythical world of Zadia, which is divided into the magical lands and the human kingdom. At the time of the story's beginning, the two lands who had been in a Cold War state for the past millennia have recently deteriorated into full, conflict due to the recent actions of series villain High Mage Viren. The series revolves around a small group of teenagers, the princes of the human kingdom Katalis, Callum and Ezrin, and a young elven assassin named Rayla, who discover the egg of the Dragon Prince in the clutches of Viren, and decide to end the war by bringing the egg back to the Dragon Queen. And that's the basis of the plot. The first season, basically, he has the three, and he wandering through the kingdom of Katalis, trying to reach the Zadian border, or cross into elf territory. Though they go through a lot of twists and turns, both due to the terrain, and due to the fact that Callum and Ezrin just met Rayla and therefore aren't exactly trusting. A lot of growing pains, especially on Rayla's side. And this is due in part to her personality. Rayla was raised from a young age to be an assassin. As such, she trained herself to be cold, calculating, and quick to draw her blades. Well, it becomes clear over time, the life of an assassin is not really for her. Underneath the assassin persona she puts up, she's quite caring and compassionate, shown throughout all her appearances, including her very first. Though she has a very difficult time showing this side, due in both to her assassin training and the fact that her culture is not exactly the most open of sorts. That causes a lot of problems for her, especially when it comes to opening up to the princess, leading her to be rather secretive when we first meet her. Speaking of the princes, Callum is the older of the two, though not the heir to the throne. He's a prince due to the fact that his mother married King Harrow of Katalis. And while King Harrow was quite affectionate to Callum, the situation of his life made him feel out of place. Clearly shown by the fact that he has virtually no confidence in anything he does, except for one thing he gains in the series: magic. Early on in the series, he discovers a special artifact that lets him perform sky magic. And he finds quickly that he's a natural at it. That gives him a tremendous confidence boost, though it's not complete. There are cracks here and there, but still, when that confidence is there, Callum is shown to be capable, a quick thinker, and to a point leader, as well as a terrific artist. Though at the same time, he is rather quirky, likes to overanalyze everything he sees, kind of all over the place at times. And there's his younger brother Ezrin, the true heir to the throne. And Ezrin, for all intents and purposes, is a compassionate kid. He's the youngest of the group at only 10, and his age shows. Though a life as a prince has made him more aware of the world than most at his age, he still has an air of naivete about him, with how he interacts with the world and how he views societal problems. But at the same time, he's a very determined kid, not to mention quite clever, but in a mischievous kind of way at times. It was Ezrin who found the egg of the Dragon Prince, thus kick-starting the whole adventure. And it is Ezrin who effectively acts as the glue that holds the small group together, especially concerning Rayla and Callum, often argued. But this trio are not the only people we follow across the season. Dragon Prince does an excellent job at showing the villain's perspective. And starting, of course, with Lord Viren, a self-described pragmatist who will go to any lengths for his kingdom, but at the same time, you can tell his versions of what's right for the kingdom is what makes the kingdom the most powerful in the land. It's very obvious he's hungry for power, even if that hunger is only on a subconscious level, well, since he often describes, and there are moments that make it clear, here the description is in part genuine, that he only wants what's best for humanity as a whole, while the methods by which he goes about doing it are rather crazy, especially when you see his magic. For in the Dragon Prince, magic is divided into two categories, primal and dark magic. And while the residents of the magical land of Zadia can use primal magic however they like, humans either require rare artifacts, like the one Callum acquires, and/or must sacrifice magical essence, hence the name Dark Magic, which Viren is a master of, and he uses it so often he does not care for the costs it entails. Same goes for Viren's daughter Claudia, a very eccentric teenager, very fond of puns, and a lover of all things magic, though she primarily specializes in dark magic, and doesn't seem to care how grotesque most people find it, which extends to her brother Soren, member of the Catalan Royal Guard, a bit of a musclehead that needs to simplify most explanations not related to his duty in order to understand what most people are telling him. But he does have a certain charm to him once you get past the musclehead tendencies. That's what this series can be best described as. Lots of charm. For while the first season serves more as setup than anything else, since none of the groups get anywhere close to their objectives, it still has plenty of fine interactions that make watching the journey well worth the wait. Interactions that lead to a fine mix of thought-provoking moments, world and character building done in the smoothest way possible, and some comedy. Not too much comedy. It's spread out here and there for various characters, each with different senses of humor, but just enough to ease the tension. Not saying something, since I'm not big on most common forms of comedy, but this series, it's in all the right places. Well, except for a little gag involving Rayla, but whatever. One detractor does not ruin a series. I'm sure whoever watches this series will be quite entertained by all they see. But, as they always say, I'm not here to tell you if the show is good or bad, and I'm here to state my opinion and through it let you decide if the first season of The Dragon Prince is something you'd like to watch. So, you think The Dragon Prince strikes your fancy? You can find the entire series for easy streaming on Netflix. And if you enjoyed this not-so-critical review, you can like the video, or leave a comment, share it around, subscribe if you haven't, and click the notification bell to stay up to date on all future reviews on this channel. And until the next not-so-critical review, I've been your anonymous host, The Endless Kingdom, and I wish you all a good day.